from our left to right, and they're all white uniforms. Here's the kick. Kicks it about the middle of the field. Looks like 19, that's Cody Ferrante. He's going to run up the middle. He's got some room. He's got a couple of blockers, cuts to his left, breaks a couple of tackles, uses his speed. There he goes! Touchdown, Calaveras!
What a great way to start the homecoming game, to get the crowd into it immediately.
What a play. The first time he touches the ball, he takes it to the house for 6 points.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk Football with Coach Val. I'm your host, Gil Valtierra, the voice of Calaveras football. This episode is actually a little bit of a treat. Let's say a bonus episode, if you will. We'll still have our normal every Friday episode that coincides with the football game. This Friday, it'll be Ripon Christian coming into Frank Meyer Field to take on the Calaveras Redhawk, and will be a very good, exciting football game. But for this episode, what we're actually going to do is do a little bit of a recap of the game that was just played this past Friday, August 29th. The Argonaut Mustangs came into Frank Meyer Field to take on the Calaveras Redhawks. No strangers, these two teams. Argonaut, Calaveras, been in the Motherlode League together for a very long time. Last week, both teams actually started the season off on the losing end of things. Argonaut fell 56-7 to Sutter, and then Calaveras lost to Bradshaw Christian in a very close football game, 21-20. So both of these teams very hungry to get a W. Argonaut, no stranger to Calaveras at all. Their head coach, John Hickman, actually used to coach with Calaveras for a few years, picked up on the fly offense, took it back to Jackson and actually installed it. And so Argonaut was running the fly back into Calaveras, what was sure to be an exciting football game. So let's go over exactly what happened. The first quarter action had got started with Calaveras winning the toss, deferring to the second half. And then Argonaut started off with the football, but could not do much as that Calaveras defense was stout and stingy. And so Argonaut had to kick the ball off. And then when Calaveras got their hands on it, the scoring began. And let's listen in on how the scoring got started.
With size, not a good matchup.
Here comes Curran under center. He's going to go single back. That's Big Paulson behind him. Takes the snap, pitches it to Paulson, who cuts outside, back up the middle. Touchdown, Calaveras! Number 33, Cody Paulson, got the pitch and used his size and barreled into the end zone from the 5.
I'll tell you what, the blocking in front of him was impeccable on that one. Just around the right-hand side, he's got both lead blockers pushing the guys forward. Easy touchdown there for Paulson.
That's right. The scoring got started with number 33, Cody Paulson, on a 5-yard touchdown run. The kick after by Calaveras kicker Caden Gray was good, giving Calaveras the lead 7-0 in the first quarter. Once again, Argonaut got the football and struggled to move the ball and to get anything going against that very stingy Calaveras defense. And then as we got later into that first quarter, with only 47 seconds left in the first quarter, let's listen in to see what happened next.
Curran lines up under center, 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Takes the snap. He's going to give to Paulson. Enrique this time blocks from Paulson. Makes a move. Touchdown, Calaveras!
Yeah, Paulson on the left-hand side on that handoff, had a lead block, opened up the hole for him. Just one safety sitting in front of him, made him miss. Dives right on in. He did get hit at the front of the end zone there, but nice little dive in there. Touchdown, Calaveras.
Number 7, Enrique Hernandez, returned the favor, and he was the lead blocker for Paulson, and a good block it was. And Paulson grabs the ball, takes it into the end zone from 7 yards out. Here's the point.
So after Cody Paulson's second rushing touchdown of the quarter, and another successful Caden Gray point after attempt. Calaveras had the lead 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Starting the second quarter, Argonaut continued to have their struggles offensively, could not get any continuity, could not move the ball. Calaveras got the ball back and started on their next drive. And at this point, Argonaut was just looking for anything to happen that might change the momentum for them. And then this play happened next.
There's Curran in shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking to throw, avoids the pressure, now rolling off to his left, sets his feet, throws, and it's going to be intercepted.
Oh, interception.
Number 7 from Argonaut.
Xander
Castro stepped in front of a Cohen Curran pass, and what a big chain of events. Great defensive play, Argonaut.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, tipped it right up to himself, kind of had that hang time on it. He was sitting in the middle of the field from that free safety position, was able to step up, like I said, tipped it to himself, caught it, had some room to go, got his jersey grabbed, brought it back down. Turnover on that one.
Fundamentally, I like the way Curran rolled out. He's a right-handed quarterback, rolled to his left, but switched his hips, set his feet, delivered the ball. It just wasn't on target. But either way, I mean, it was good. So here we go. 1st and 10, Argonaut moving the other way from our left.
So Argonaut gets the momentum-changing play they were looking for with a defensive interception, and now it was a matter of could they get anything going offensively after that big play, and it turned out to be short-lived because on their very first offensive play after the turnover, this is what happened.
1st and 10, Argonaut moving the other way from our left to right from the Calaveras 45-yard line. This time the quarterback is in shotgun. He's looking to throw. Throws off to his left side. One-on-one, and it's going to be intercepted back. Calaveras has it. That's number 22, Ryan Clifton. He's got room to run. Finally gets tackled all the way inside the Argonaut 15-yard line. An interception and run back by number 22, Ryan Clifton. What a play.
Yeah, and that's not the one you want to make right there. Again, a young quarterback there trying to make a deep throw. Ball looked good, but the defender was all over the isolation on that receiver. Clifton was able to come down with it, and man, he made a big run on that one. Finally taken down by number 2, Will May, another sophomore up for the Mustangs. Pretty young squad.
Well, I mean, it was going to be, there was only 2 guys there, and it was the Argonaut receiver and the Calaveras defender, and it was just going to be who was going to get to the ball first. And number 22, Ryan Clifton, said, "That'll be me, thank you very much," and ran it back. So Curran.
So after the huge interception by number 22, Ryan Clifton, and an even more huge run back all the way back to the Argonaut 15-yard line, and only 7:01 left in the second quarter, number 5, Colton Ray, running back from Calaveras, had his number called. Let's listen in to see what happened next.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Joey Guidi coming to you live from Calaveras High School. 7:06 left here in the second quarter. It's 14-0 Calaveras. Calaveras, after the Ryan Clifton interception and big run back, is in business at the Argonaut 5-yard line where it's 1st and goal. They had their starting running backs on the bench, and it looks like they still do. Number 5, Colton Ray, and number 13, Owen Shahan, now in the backfield. Curran under center. He's going to hand off. That's number 5, who makes a nice move, gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Calaveras.
Just a strong run around the left-hand side there. Number 5, Colton Ray. I mean, just took the handoff, followed his lead blocker, didn't even get touched all the way through into the end zone. Touchdown, Redhawks.
Number 5, Colton Ray, takes it off left tackle. Nice blocking on the left side of that offensive line, and allowed him. He made a nice move at the point of attack, gets into the end zone for a touchdown, Calaveras.
So after the Colton Ray touchdown and another successful Caden Gray kick, Calaveras had the lead 21-0 late into the second quarter. And as much as the offense was moving the ball and doing a fantastic job in the rushing game, I cannot stress enough how fantastic that Calaveras defense was looking on the other side of the ball, stopping Argonaut from getting any kind of continuity or running game going. A perfect example of that defensive play is this next play right here. Have a listen.
Puts 23 in motion. He's going to fake. He's looking to throw, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield.
Guess
Number
who?
60, Wyatt Arias, who's decided, you know what, folks, I'm going to be a football player.
Tell you what, they opened up a hole on that blind side for Casper as he's rolling out to his left. His back is completely squared up. And I'll tell you what, Wyatt just had an open lane right for him, was able to take him down there.
Yeah, Casper, he tried rolling off to his left. He had a nice fake. It looked like it was going to be a good play-action pass play. But Wyatt Arias came in unblocked and gets the sack. So it's going to be a big loss. It looks like it's going to be third and about 18 coming up from.
And so number 60, Wyatt Arias, who had a fantastic defensive game last week against Bradshaw Christian, continues his strong play this week against Argonaut by sacking the quarterback from Argonaut, number 3, Jordan Caspery, putting Argonaut in a very third and long situation and helping out the Calaveras defense on that play. So fantastic job to Wyatt Arias. Of course, as the quarter went on with only 2:43 left before the half, this young man, number 22, Ryan Clifton, got in on the action offensively. You heard me earlier mention his defensive prowess when he intercepted a pass and ran it almost all the way back inside the Argonaut 15-yard line. With 2:43 in the second quarter, Clifton got his number called offensively. Let's listen in.
Second quarter, Kern under center, puts a man in motion. I believe that's Clifton off the left side. He's got a lead blocker, cuts it up. Touchdown, Calaveras!
And just untouched the entire time. He had a lead blocker out in front of him, taken to the left-hand side. Nice, easy run for him to the promised land.
Number 22, Ryan Clifton, with big number 33, Cody Paulson, as the lead blocker. And that combination with the blocking up front was plenty for Clifton to run it in from 10 yards out.
All right, so number 22, Ryan Clifton, gets in on the action with his 10-yard touchdown run, and another Caden Gray kick after was good, giving Calaveras the lead 28-0 at the half. And I got to tell you, number 22, Ryan Clifton, there were some question marks around him as far as when he would be available. He had surgery in the offseason, and the question marks were, how long would he be out? When would he be back? How many games would he miss? Would he be the same once he got back out on the field? And he only missed that first game, Bradshaw Christian, back against Argonaut. And I believe he's answered all those questions and then some. Not only is he is back and better than ever with a big interception and an interception return. And then the nice rushing touchdown from 10 yards out, giving Calaveras the lead 28-0 at the half. Now, you got to wonder, as good as the Calaveras offense looked rushing the football, that Calaveras defense looked even better, very stingy against the run. You got to think, if you're an Argonaut offensive player facing that defense, what it must have looked like for them. I would imagine it was probably something like this.
Come on and run my way. I dare ya.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I want any of that. So coming back to the second half, Calaveras had deferred in the opening toss, so they got the ball to start the second half. And to start the third quarter, they picked up offensively right where they left off with a nice methodical drive, rushing and throwing the football. They got down to the Argonaut 5-yard line, and then let's listen in to see what happened next.
Argonaut 5-yard line with 8:15 left here in the third quarter. Calaveras knocking on the door again. Curran under center, 2 running backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. That's Ellis again. He hands off to Ellis around the right side. He's got Paulson with a great block. Ellis,
ball out.
It's a fumble.
I think the
Let's see,
Mustangs got
recovered.
that. Yeah.
It's a fumble recovery. Ellis had a great block by number 33, Paulson, cut up inside the block, barreled into what looked like it was going to be a touchdown, but lost the football in the end zone, and Argonaut recovers. And Joey, this could be the turnover momentum changer. We were talking about what Argonaut needed to try to get back into this ball game.
That's exactly what we were talking about. You're right, that momentum shifter right there, because it wasn't that interception. It was something on the ground, and that's where Calaveras has had their most successes on the ground. That's something you want to see from the Argonaut defense.
So with 7:57 in the third quarter, what looked like a would-be touchdown for Calaveras turns out to be a 1st and 10 Argonaut on their own 20-yard line on the fumble recovery in the end zone. And if you're an Argonaut Mustang fan, you're saying, let's go. And if you're a Calaveras fan, you're going, what the heck just happened?
All right, so Argonaut, the benefactor of a Calaveras fumble in the end zone, they get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, headed back the other way. But once again, that Calaveras defense stepped up, continued to be stingy, and would not allow Argonaut to get any kind of sustainable drive. Once Calaveras got the ball back late into the third quarter, they continued to go back to that power running game that gave them so much success in the first quarter. And let's listen in on one of those plays.
Under center, puts Ellis in motion. He takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Paulson, who's got room to his left side. Barrels over a would-be tackler, still on his feet. Carries 3, 4, 5 tacklers inside the 15-yard line for a 24-yard gain. 1st and 10 Calaveras. What a run by 33 Cody Paulson.
I don't believe you. That's a young man in that jersey. That's a Mack truck, dude. That guy. Wow. I mean, just lowering the shoulder, knocking that kid completely over, kept on his feet. 4 guys to take him down.
He had a nice little jump cut to make the first guy miss. The second guy he barreled over, and then the 3rd, 4th, and 5th guy he carried for as many yards as he could.
Man, that was wild.
And it looks like we're going to have a time.
All right, so strong power running by Cody Paulson by Calaveras got them in business late in the third quarter. Neither team actually scored in the third quarter, so at the end of the third quarter, Calaveras still had the lead 28-0, but that strong power running game got the Calaveras offense in business on the Argonaut 4-yard line. And on the first play of the fourth quarter, number 13, Owen Shahan, had his number called. Let's listen in.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Joey Guidi coming to you live from Frank Meyer Field in San Andreas. We're the home team. Calaveras Varsity Redhawk football team has control of this game, 28-0. Here as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, Calaveras also has the football inside the 5-yard line. They'll spot it at the Argonaut 4-yard line, where I believe it'll be 2nd and goal, I believe.
And Argonaut's been making a tough stand here at the goal line for these past few plays. A lot of big play there from the defensive line and from the linebackers as well. Number 5, Jojo Hulzabosh. Number 34, Colton Scobie.
Correction, it's 3rd and goal from the Argonaut 4-yard line. Curran under center, Paulson the lone back behind him. They'll put a man in motion. He's going to hand off to that motion man. I believe that's Shahan again. He's close to the end zone. Touchdown, Calaveras! Owen Shahan got the right edge, beat the defender there for a Calaveras score.
And if that had been anywhere else in the field right there, they had a good defensive flow to that side. He just had enough push from those lead blockers to punch it right into the end zone. Touchdown, Redhawks.
So they'll start the fourth quarter off with a touchdown on the sweep to number 13, Owen Shahan.
All right, so after number 13, Owen Shahan reaches pay dirt and scores Calaveras' 5th touchdown of the night on the 4-yard touchdown run around the right edge. And after the Caden Gray successful point after attempt, Calaveras had the lead 35-0 about the middle of the fourth quarter, and were pretty much in control of the game. Argonaut, when they got the ball back, actually started to go on a little bit of a drive, started to move the football. And when they got the ball down to the Calaveras 42-yard line with 7:45 remaining in the football game, this is what happened next.
1st and 10, Argonaut from the Calaveras 42-yard line, coming up on 8 minutes left in the ball game. Caspery, the quarterback, under center, puts 7 in motion again. He hands off to 7 again, who breaks a tackle in the backfield. He's got some room around the right side. He's down to the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Argonauts!
There we go, and that's what we need, the speed around the outside. Number 7, Xander Castro takes that sweep around the right-hand side. Long run there for a touchdown, Mustangs.
From the Calaveras 42-yard line, he ran sweep around the edge, made the first guy miss, cut back up in the inside, and then used his speed to get all the way to the end zone.
And that's a sophomore that's here for the Mustangs.
All right, so after number 7, Xander Castro's 42-yard touchdown run, that gave Argonaut their first score of the night. The PAT afterwards was no good, and so that made the score 35-6. Calaveras got the ball offensively after that and pretty much controlled it with their ground game and eventually just got into victory formation. And then that was the final score of the evening, which was Calaveras 35, Argonaut 6. All right, so hope you enjoyed this recap episode of Argonaut at Calaveras High School. I want to send a big shout out and thanks to Guy Dossie, who actually gave me the idea to do this recap episode. So Guy, thanks very much. And you know, Guy, just when I think you can't do anything else, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. All right, and be sure to get down to Frank Meyer Field at Calaveras High School this Friday, September 5th, 7:30 p.m. kickoff as Ripon Christian comes into town to take on your Calaveras Redhawks. Ripon Christian and Calaveras have a history, and Calaveras has struggled these past few years to get a W against this team. So it's going to be a really good football game. Ripon Christian this past week put up 40 points offensively. So it's going to be a very competitive, entertaining football game. Also, be sure to tune in to a brand new episode of Let's Talk Football with Coach Val on game day. That'll be all about that game, Ripon Christian at Calaveras. Be sure to follow Let's Talk Football Coach Val on Instagram and Facebook. And if you have any other ideas like Guy Dossie did, send out some comments about the show. You can text the show through your podcast app. You can text the show directly or email gilbertvaltierra@gmail.com. Until next time, we are out.
From our left to right, and they're all white uniforms. Here's the kick. Kicks it about the middle of the field. Looks like 19, that's Cody Ferrante. He's going to run up the middle. He's got some room. He's got a couple of blockers, cuts to his left, breaks a couple of tackles, uses his speed. There he goes! Touchdown, Calaveras!
What a great way to start the homecoming game to get the crowd into it immediately.
What a play. The first time he touches the ball, he takes it to the house for 6 points.